get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Paid to kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. I'm with the intent, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it, blinding my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm under.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Giants. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready! 30 base. 30's Mike.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And some space here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now Jones. Finding Green complete. 17 yards and a Giant first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. And this is Shepard on the catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
11 more on that one and another first down.
50, flank. Look, squeeze. Check. Hey, high 7. Hit it.
They'll try to pound it in with Goldman. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, Is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Go, go. Kill. Hey, orbit.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Now this time he'll look to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And the kick by Rosas is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. It's complete to Snead. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Check, 59. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Jabal Sheard wreaking the defensive havoc.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Watch safety. Go. Get it.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. He's got Green. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 37.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Chopper!
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Barkley with a carry on first down, and he'll get about 4. So 2nd and 6 forthcoming. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Pilot, 64, weak. Check 3, check 3. Yep.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Protein spill.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Mike 40.
Who that? Tight as Ringo. Tight as
A first down carry for Barkley. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Maurice Alexander making the stop defensively.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Hey, team 6. Team 6. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Shoot.
On 2nd and 9. Jones. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Switch.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Ready.
They'll run with Barkley. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Jackson options out left. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson steps away to his left. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Let's go, D.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He gives it to Brown, complete. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Now they try the right side here. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And to give this time to the tailback. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here's Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Finds his tight end Ingram. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 24, Jones will get this out to Barkley, complete. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Yo, faster!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Wayne Goldman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
First down, Ravens.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jackson now. This will be caught by Brown. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson flushed out right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken around the 12. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Looking to throw. Jones trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. PAT up and good by Rosas. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves.
And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. From the 25 on second down, Jackson. He's got his man on the comebacker. 16 yards, a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And this will get him all the way inside the Giants' 10. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's 2nd down. That right there, his first incompletion so far in this game, Charles. He was 9 of 9 before that.
Yeah, I think that qualifies as being locked in. And then you have to ask him the question, so what caused the incompletion? Come on, man, get back on your game. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
Different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Greystone, travel. Shoot. Hey, Delta. 5.
2nd and 5. Complete to Dorsett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On 1st down, Barkley. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones, he's going to air one out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
First and 10, it's Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Now Jones, operating from the gun. Dorsett making the catch. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Jones now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Kenny Young coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. And he gets this away. And look at this. This is a good one. And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone, and the football will come out to the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to lead to a third down. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got Snead. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. Jackson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
A throw complete to Dorsett. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Jones now on 1st and 10. Out to the right here to Shepard. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection. I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But it's going to be 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, Echo! Chopper! Check. Fresno! Go!
Jones going to throw again. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. From the gun, Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Jackson now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Jackson operating from the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Let's go, D.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll con Nick Twain away. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. This is taken at about the 14. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants' offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
At the 18-yard line.
On the ready. Mike 51. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Hey, check. Come on. Yes.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. That's complete to Gallman.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing Jones. This is Shepard on the catch. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Baltimore, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.